Well, we're back at the Bridge Beer House here in Burnley. It's an iconic pub, to be perfectly honest, here in Burnley, as I said. And this time I've remembered to actually put a title on Periscope. It was untitled was the last broadcast from the Bridge Beer House, so apologies to the non-described title. I've got here the owner of the Bridge Beer House, Simon. Here he is. 12 and a half years, Simon. You've been here at the Bridge Beer House.
Certainly have.
It's been a successful campaign, in all fairness.
Yeah, we've done all right after 12 and a half years.
It was called Bar Mango.
Bar Mambo.
Bar Mambo,
Bar
yes.
Mambo.
And it was
Very short-lived.
Not very much like it is now, but you've really forged an excellent reputation for well beers, bottle beers, cask ales, and in general, a damn good pub. It must be.
You want me to answer to that?
Yes.
Yeah, we've been here 12 and a half years. Straight from day one, we've had reputation for German beers, Belgian beers, cask ales, and everything. You change your stock round every now and again and try different bottles and try and keep different cask ales on, but it's still the same message as day one, you know.
Yeah, you forged an excellent reputation, as I said, from not just for bottle beers, world beers and cask ales. The cask ales always rotating. You've got a couple from Morehouses, which are
always have Morehouses Premier on permanent. And for anyone who's listening in video land on this, £2 a pint.
Just £2 a pint
for the rest of the country.
That's right. That's a good sales pitch there.
And there's always a rotating Morehouses beer, and then four guest beers and rotating.
I always find,
Sam,
when I come in on a Friday afternoon, there's always that vibe that builds up from about 3 p.m. onwards.
Yeah.
You come in and it's relatively quiet at 3 o'clock maybe, but now you get to 4 o'clock and after, and all the people from work in Burnley, you can just probably hear the atmosphere now. It's really building up, getting quite busy, and by 5 o'clock, it's a real pub, a real social pub.
It's like a locals pub. With being in town centre and not having any locals. Loads of people come from other ends of Burnley and count it as their local pub, you know.
Just panning around, just seeing some of the regulars now that have now come into the pub. As you can see, it's a dog-friendly pub. There's even the pub dog, Ruby, who is sat next to her loyal owner and master, Simon. But Simon, Ruby is a very, very popular addition, or a very popular fixture here at the Bridge Beer House.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everybody knows the dog. Well, she's not very active at the moment. She's normally running around. That's just after she's been for a walk.
I did mention some of the more popular beers. As far as the foreign lagers are concerned, the Dortmund are very popular. Just perhaps go through one or two of the popular beers for me.
Yeah, well, I won't call it a house lager, but we have Copper Dragons.
Yep.
There you go. So we have Copper Dragons Radker, which in my eyes is probably the best lager brewed by an English brewery. On the foreign side, Dortmund are very, very popular. Erding, which we've had in since day one, 12 and a half years.
Yeah, 12 and a half years, so that must be very popular.
Here we opened St. Louis Creek, been in since day one. And Effie Blonde, which my other half drinks most of.
I did mention on the previous video, Simon, that the Sam Smith's Extra Stout, very, very popular. In fact, so popular that you've made the Guinness pump redundant.
Yeah, well, I'm not a fan of Guinness, not normal Guinness. If you get the bottled ones, the Guinness Export, Foreign Extra, 8%, they're very nice. But I wasn't keen on having normal Guinness in, and Sam Smith's come along. We're a replacement for it. Tested it on a few customers, so the Guinness drinkers, so they wouldn't be upset. And more than happy with the fact that they're saving money, because it's nowhere near as expensive as Guinness.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sure everyone who's listening in now can really feel the hub of the pub. The atmosphere is really building up here. In fact, this afternoon you've had a film crew in.
A Channel 4 programme called Tattoo Fixers. They've been filming in the Snug, some local girls. I'm not exactly sure what they were filming them about, apart from obviously the theme of tattoos, but yeah, they've been in there for about 3 hours filming for a Channel 4 programme.
I've actually highlighted on the title that it's one of Pete Brown's favourite pubs, one of the top writers. Everyone knows about Pete Brown and his writing skills, his popularity, and he did actually say that it was one of his favourite pubs when he visited.
Yeah, he came in it'll be about 3 years ago now. He had I don't know if he still does them, but he had a very short run of making videos up and down the country that he had on his own channel. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, about 3 years ago when he came in. And I think he's writing a book next. There's a book coming out at end of this year, highlighting his. I don't know if he's highlighting his favourite pubs or talking about pub is the hub and stuff like that. We're going to be featured in
pub there for Pete Brown. If he's tuned in, I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Yeah.
Just on a more sporty theme, Simon, Burnley Football Club is just down the road. Very popular pub as regards the supporters. They frequent the pub prior and after the game, and it's a pub that's very much enjoyed by the Burnley Football Club supporters.
Packed on a football day, very popular with the London Clarets. They use it as their base. Very, very busy. Lots of away fans coming here. No trouble whatsoever. Well, most of the away fans who are coming here know most of the travelling Burnley fans.
I think that's one of the beauties of the Bridge Beer House. The eclectic mix of this pub is absolutely superb. A good, a wide age range, and like you said, you never see any trouble in this pub, and it's a great eclectic mix, a great clientele.
Yeah. I was just looking over your shoulder then, just making sure that always.
Sorry?
Looking over your shoulder then, just to make sure we're not kicking off in corner. There's never any trouble in here. Never any trouble. Like I say, it's like it's a town. We're just off the town centre, but it's like a locals pub, really. I mean, it's very good of you to take your time. Yeah, no problem.
Just come in for a couple of pints. The beer is absolutely superb. My latest beer that I'm quaffing is Banked Up Port of Call. I actually saw Dave Sweeney, the owner and brewer of Banked Up, yesterday at the Manchester Beer Festival. Had a few words with him. That is one of his excellent beers, Port of Call. A cracking, strong, mild. I think it's a Malcolm Porter. It's a super beer. And just going down the list, that's the real cider that they have on permanently. Well, in fact, it's a rotating real cider, and Henry Weston's is the one that's on at the moment. One from a session ale from the Same Again Brewery, and the few pints already been lined up. I don't know where the person who's paid for them is, but there are the beers. It's a fantastic pub. It's always a delight to come and visit this pub. Dave in the background is a bit of a photo bomber. He does like his picture taken. I'm sure he'll be suited that he's alive on video. But it really is, the pace is picking up here at the Bridge Beer House. If you can just see some of the customers. It's a great atmosphere on a Friday afternoon here at this iconic pub in the northwest of England, the Bridge Beer House. Glad you could join me. Thanks to Simon for his time, for answering all my questions. He answered them very, very efficiently. Truthfully, honestly, candor indeed from the owner, Simon Scott, here at the Bridge Beer House. And that's just enough from me here. I'll sign off. Mark Briggs, Real Ale Up North. Please follow my Periscope, indeed on Real Ale Up North, and indeed on Facebook. It's ta-ta for now.